And it's time for Top That Trade now. Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Nuckman, a pro trader with Agora Financial, joining us. Here we go, guys. Round number one, bear down. Did you notice this was the shortest bear market in history? What does that tell you ahead of the winter hibernation?
Well, we're talking about 30,000 in the Dow right now, and momentum is a powerful force. Now, the downside, we had a 10,000 point drop. If you add that on the old highs, then we're looking at 40,000. Some analyst was talking about 40,000. That made big news, but that's just a retracement. We've seen this many times before. So don't fight the power of the markets.
We had a bear market. I must have slept through it. Oh, yeah, that was right. I'm sorry. I must have missed that week or minute. Yeah, it was incredible to go from bear market to bull market, the fastest recovery in history. Says a lot about the resilience of the economy despite the coronavirus. And what it tells me is that the way that this market has bounced back, that the outlook for the economy in the new year is going to be very, very good.
Round number two, XLE me or Russell Hustle? What means more, that bottom bounce in the energy sector, the XLE, or the new highs in the small cap stocks, the Russell?
You know, I think it's the bounce in the energies. I really do, because this has been the weakest sector. It's been the sector that's been impacted the most by the energy. Industrials, energy have been the laggard, right? And if we can start to see that market turn around, that's a sign that we're seeing a widespread help in the overall economy. And that's not to say that we're not going to see a few economic bumps along the way. There's going to be some high volatility. Make no mistake about it. But generally speaking, from an energy viewpoint, we're probably at a bottom that may be one we're going to be talking about for the next 5 or 10 years, because it's very unprecedented to see the type of sell-off that we've seen in this sector, the pullback in spending, which usually means that the survival of the fittest, the companies that survive, are going to make a lot of money in the years to come.
Well, we know that Phil is biased, but I definitely agree, but the answer is both. When you look at the energy, the silence in that sector was so critical that we didn't go lower, but now we've broken to the upside. It needs to build on that, but that's very, very positive for the bulls, for the overall market. And obviously the small caps making new highs is big news, because people have been so worried about that for so long. But the bigger news to me is the NASDAQ hasn't made new highs yet. When that happens, then we have a breakout that targets about 10% above. So another tech takeoff is in the works.
Yeah, I am biased. I like having a warm house and cars and cool gym shoes that they make out of petroleum products. So I do have a bias. I like the energy sector.
On to round number three, bird is the word. Is it turkey time or pigeon time for your investments?
All right, $1.5 million for a pigeon. There's not much meat on a pigeon. I'm just saying, if you're planning on that for your Thanksgiving. Turkey time, looking at turkey as an investment. Turkey, the ETF that tracks Turkey, TUR, the country, has had a nice little breakout. It's been in a range between 18 and 24 that targets 30. Year to date, it's still down 10%. The lira's bottomed out. So there are a lot of positives looking at that as a lagging investment, as an opportunity, because a lot of stocks around the world, a lot of stock markets around the world have rallied to new highs.
Interestingly enough, we're talking about a lockdown Thanksgiving, and the amount of turkey that's going to be consumed, some people fear will be less. In fact, if you look in your grocery stores right now at the size of your turkeys, they're going to be a lot smaller than we've seen in that little tiny turkeys. I know, little tiny turkeys. And so, you know, but believe it or not, I think some of those stocks of the producers, the ag producers, are looking great.
Here's your bonus round question for today. What famous singer hit the right note by donating $1 million to the Moderna COVID vaccine trial?
Singer, it's got to be one of my favorites, all-time favorites. Saw her live. She was amazing. Dolly Parton.
That is true. Donated to Vanderbilt University. Very nice. Very good donation.
You know, if we get this right, do we get a trip to Dollywood? I was just asking. You never know. It might be kind of fun.
That would be nice, but we will just say great job. You both got the answer correct. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Business First AM continues right after this.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.